Sadly, I'd hoped they wouldn't all sell, but that was as much of a dream as this man's offer. "I can do 120, I countered. The other four had sold first thing for full price. Earlier, two people had argued over one, and an interior designer had offered to pay $50 over the asking price. Mr. Spencer had brought this one out when he'd seen how much they were going for. It made me wonder what else he had stashed that I hadn't seen. "You aren't even taking 10% off." He glared at me. "Better men than you have tried to intimidate me." 10% was standard in lots of cases. "It's the best I can do. I ain't paying that much for something at a garage sale." It was a common problem. Just because it was a garage sale didn't necessarily mean it was cheap. I understood where he was coming from, though. Everyone wanted to find something of value and pay next to nothing for it. "Sorry, it's my best offer." A woman came over and stood next to him. "We'll take it." She opened her purse and pulled out the cash as the bargain hunter beside her stood with his mouth open. It took all my strength not to smile. This woman got pricing. "Did you see the wooden lobster trap buoys?" I asked the woman. Now I was trying to upsell. "There are only a few of them left." She whipped her head around when I pointed at a table. Mr. Spencer had an extensive collection, which he'd winnowed down to 7 that he wanted to keep. Mrs. Spencer didn't like them, so they'd been banished to the garage, where they hung by thick ropes on a pegboard. "What the heck are you going to do with those?" her husband asked. "I've seen them turned into the base of a lamp," I said, "or stuck in a trap like yours for decoration. If I had a bigger place, I would have bought some myself." "Or hung on a wall, inside or out," the woman added as she snatched 2 off the table. She didn't even ask for a better price. As they walked off, I heard him say, "Some negotiator you turned out to be." His wife snapped something back, but I couldn't hear what. The lull gave me time to straighten things up. I'd tried a new system today because I found pricing every single item tedious and time-consuming. Today, I'd color-coordinated plastic tablecloths to bright matching circle stickers. All the dollar items had yellow stickers and sat on tables with yellow cloths. $5 items had red stickers and cloths, etc. Anything over $25 was priced individually. I'd also posted signs showing the color of the item and the price. The stickers on clothes had been a bit tricky because they tended to fall off. They worked best when stuck to a tag with the size or washing instructions. I'd priced some of the more valuable items in 2 places, one that was obvious and easy to see, and one less obvious, like inside a vase or on the bottom of a chair. I hoped this would impede sneaky people who moved stickers from one item to another. It happened all too often at garage sales, but I couldn't control everything. Which is one of the reasons I'd hired Lindsay, a high school girl, to help keep an eye on things. She was a former neighbor when I'd lived on nearby Fitch Air Force Base. She was already straightening and reorganizing. "Thanks, Lindsay," I called. "Help yourself to some coffee and donut holes." Lindsay nodded. Her long, golden-brown ponytail swayed as she worked. Hopefully, we would have a few minutes before more people descended. Mr. Spencer was getting rid of lots of tools, camping equipment, and hunting and fishing gear, which meant there had been more men at the sale than usual. Mentioning all of it at the beginning of the online ads I'd placed had worked out well. I looked across the yard as rock music played from speakers I'd hooked my old iPod to. I'd bought colorful balloons to pass out to kids, plus some wash-off tattoos and a big box of Dunkin' Donuts coffee and donut holes. Mrs. Spencer had complained vehemently about me wasting money until I'd explained I'd done it all on my dime. This was my first big sale of the season, and I wanted it to be fun, not only for the Spencers, but for the people who came. And it was working. People bopped their heads to the beat of the songs and smiled. One group of women had even stopped shopping to sing part of Meatloaf's Paradise by the Dashboard Light. I would have joined in if I hadn't been so busy. I hoped it would help my business, too. So far, so good. 3 people